going, frying pan people? Welcome back to the kitchen. I hope you guys had a good week. Sorry. I wasn't able to give you guys a live commentary this week, not because I didn't try. Well, that was a part of it, but because, well, there was a new kid playing, and bizarrely, if you want to know how this game is going, I was the highest tour person for like half of the game. Then some guy with like 3,000 tours joined. And yeah, we like were winning, but this guy was not really cooperating. And it's fine to be new. That's okay, you know. Go for that. Everyone's new at least once. But to be like, no, I'm good. I'm good doing it this way. I mean, like, you are actively handicapping everyone. Like, doing it for fun, that's fine. Saying, no, this is more efficient is a crazy thing to say. But we still, had fun. It was okay. If I sound all over the place, it's because right before I started recording this, my headphones broke. It's an easy fix. Screw just came out of it, and so one of the little headphone thingy mabobs just broke apart. Just came right off. So I'm fixing that right now. Actually, I think I got it. I just got it. Hey! There we go. Awesome. Everything doesn't suck in the world. Wow. What do you know? Another victory for the OGs. All right. Never mind, it just broke. Such is life, I guess. Huh. I wonder why. Regardless, a little bit of a rant for you guys this week. My headphones breaking back to back should show you guys the general vibe of how I'm feeling. 'Cause yeah, it's not like super great. It's not like it's bad. My life is never bad. I don't want to give off that impression. I know many people in many close circles of mine that have just infinitely worse lives. Sorry, you probably can hear me. I know many people in many circles in my life that just have considerably worse lives than mine, and I know that that's like not a reason to invalidate your own, issues and stuff like that. Bite me, Wololi. But it is genuinely a little bit. It feels stupid, you know. It feels dumb whenever everything else is going so much worse than my own life, and I still have the audacity to not just be prim and proper and okay, and that it feels bad. But are we okay? Are we gonna break again? Are we okay? Okay. Let's see if that worked. Let's see if that did anything. Anyway, the rant for this week is kind of like, I think I touched on it a couple times in the recent past. Who the frick is the world built for? You know, I was just preparing my food for the week because I actually did a good job on Saturday. I woke up on time and I had a really productive week. It's crazy how different your day is whenever you wake up like really early, even whenever it's like an off day, whenever you don't have anything scheduled, whenever you wake up at 6 in the morning, which is the time that I woke up at, and then just like do stuff and go out of the house. Completely different day than if I just, woke up late and was on the computer. But I went grocery shopping, right? And once you go grocery shopping, you have to like prepare food and everything like that. It all just takes a lot of time, and it's money and effort and things like that. And I feel like I've talked about this in the past. Food is not the first time I have had this is not the first time I've talked about food. Yeah, food is not the first time that I've had a conversation. But it is something that there's like a couple things in life that are pretty well consistent, and that's like shelter and food and heat and stuff. But what am I going to talk about? The heat? It's summer, whatever. But I think food is really interesting because whenever you're hot, or like whenever you're not warm enough, that's a pretty linear way of misery, right? If you're super cold, you're going to know you're super duper cold. If you're sick, a lot of the time you will at least find out eventually that you're sick, But with food, it's something that like you don't know entirely what you're ingesting if it's good. Like you can just eat fast food your entire life and you will not die immediately. Like you will be full, right? You will not be hungry anymore. In a similar way, you can drink like you can pound 100 different Red Bulls and Monsters and stuff like that, and you will not be thirsty. But you won't be healthy because the quality of the food it's not up for debate. It's bad, right? Fast food by no metrics is really healthy for you, except for the metric of eating something is better than eating nothing. But even then, I really don't think that eating fast food is healthier than not eating. If you have other food, if you have access to other foods, just eat the other food. I don't know. Regardless, I was preparing my food today, and something that I have been using as my meat for my sandwiches, because I love sandwiches. I love me a good sandwich. I've been having tuna in my sandwiches, and I don't really like tuna. I used to have like deli meat. I used to have turkey and cheese and stuff like that. But first of all, it's expensive, and second of all, it's supposedly like not great for you because of the amount of sodium in it, salt, right? Because that's a preservative. Even whenever they're not using chemicals, the natural preservative is not the best for you, right? Which sucks, but it is what it is. So I was using tuna, right? Today I was eating the tuna. Or no, I wasn't eating tuna. I was preparing it, which is actually a lot better than what I have been doing. And then I opened the can, and it looks like a crime scene. It looks awful. It looks like something. Well, probably not. That this is about to be a disgrace to the actual horrific state that the meat packing industry used to be in. But it looks like something out of the jungle, right? Something that would be written about in the 1920s. It looked like it was in a bad state. It was a big chunk that was like clumped together, and it was yellow and green and had black stuff on it. And like, I don't know if that's fine because it's tuna and tuna's disgusting and it very well could have just been fine. But like, what else? What else? Who is this world made for? Right? I can't have deli meat. Why? Because it's expensive and it's not good for you. So instead I have tuna. But the tuna is also like not great. I have to buy entire new cans worth of tuna. Who is this world made for? I don't get it. And it's a thing that like, I don't know if you guys have noticed continuously throughout this series and generally while being online. I don't know. I don't really care about a whole lot. I like to care. I think caring is very important, very, it's the most powerful, important thing you can do. But how am I supposed to care about everything? Like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to eat all the good food in the world whenever it is so wildly either inaccessible, expensive, or improperly advertised to me? And this doesn't just range from food. How am I supposed to care about, like, a bunch of money whenever I don't know what a good amount of money is? Because, like, the range of which I see things cost is so different. It's insane, right? Like, you can see one person that, like, lives off of literally nothing, and they live in squalor, right? They do nothing. They live a terrible life and stuff like that. And their brother, who supposedly went through, like, the exact same thing that they did, is doing great. It feels so hard to care about things when it feels like everything is working. I don't know what to care about. I do not know what to care about. I do not know what to sacrifice, because it's not like I don't believe in my country. I don't believe in so many different social institutions. I don't care because I am so familiar with how bad they are. They are not good. I live in America, which is not the worst country in the world. Some might have you believe it, but it's not actually the worst country in the world. It has done quite a bit of good, and it's a very complex country. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like the government is made of rainbows and only ever does, good things for the sake of doing good because, well, they're the government, right? We're America. We're just automatically good. I don't believe in believing things are just good because they are, at least not many things, right? It's so hard to believe in things because we know so much about it, but a sense of belief is required for having a satisfying, content life. You're just going through the motions if you don't believe things. You're not really going forward, trying really hard. You're not like, I don't get how we're supposed to be alive. And I know that's not a very crazy thought. Many people are struggling with like a sense of helplessness and really like, I don't know the right word for it. I guess a feeling that like there's not really a lot we can do, and even if there were, we don't know what it is. And I feel like that's kind of, it's reductive. It's not overall what I like to live by in any regard, because that deletes the amount of control. But it's so hard whenever I even feel helpless against myself. This entire channel is just me talking about, hey guys, here's an idea that I have, and I know I need to get better, but I didn't, or I won't. I don't really believe in myself, right? To get better, to do things, and I can't really blame other people for not believing in me, and I can't blame other people for not believing in the world around them. Whenever it feels like everything is there to screw with them. Whenever all of the promises, life is realizing that all of the promises that you were told whenever you were your happiest are lies, at least to you. They're not lies for everybody, but they're lies for you. And that's not necessarily like a classist thing of like, oh, the bourgeoisie are always working against the proletariat. Because let's be honest, just because there are rich people does not mean that the rich people are the ones doing everything wrong, They aren't Satan because they make more money than you. That's not that's not quite how that works, right? You do have like billionaires and people that work and make their money off of exploitation, but you can't pretend like every single millionaire and billionaire is that's but you can't pretend like every millionaire, everyone that has a nice house, that has multiple cars or has multiple boats or whatever, has a nice boat, you can't pretend like every single one of them is Satan and the worst person ever. But there's so much that you can't tell. And you don't know what to believe in or who to believe in, because it doesn't feel like the system is really necessarily work. Oh, what I was saying is that like, just because it's not just the billionaires that get something. Sometimes it's people that are in your exact same class that that feel like they just get a better shake. They get a better turnaround. For some reason, the world loves them more than it loves you, and you don't know what to do. Why, whenever the world tells them something, is it telling the truth? And why is it lying to you? What did you do? What did I do? I don't even have a bad life. And it all just feels pointless. I feel like it's easy to step back and look at it all and become simply discontent and kind of confused as to what the point of it all is. Why do I really go forward? And I know that's like a typical like depressed person talk, and I refrain from specifically talking about that because it's I don't necessarily think I'm depressed. I know that's not how depression works. But it's not like right now I'm particularly hopeless or anything like that. I know that there is things that can go right. And I know that there is still beauty in the world. And it's just like really hard to see it. It's really hard to believe in things right now because if it feels like the world is designed to make you not believe in anything, from your friends to your family to your work, and everything just feel it all just feels like it's working against, I guess, me. That's such a selfish way. Is that what I'm saying here? Am I just being selfish? That would not be uncharacteristic of me. But I can't speak for other people, despite, if I would want to. I don't know. It's hard to it's just hard to believe in things right now. And that might be my own shortcomings, my own failures, it might be a weakness on my part of not being able to stick it out, see the beauty, see the tangibility of things in the world. But like, dang. Gosh dang. What am I supposed to eat for lunch? What is healthy, affordable, and taste fine? Or doesn't take forever to make? What job do you get? What is safe from nothing? This might just be a rant and a ramble from a guy that just doesn't like believe in himself and has kind of externalized that and blamed the world around him for that shortcoming or, problem. That's not impossible, and I would not put it past me, but I don't know. Recently, I've been wanting to go to a mall and just buy a bunch of clothes, which is not like me. That is not historically like me, because I don't really care. I wear a yellow shirt every day. People make fun of me. This is the thing. I go to work. People will make fun of me every single day, because they say, "Oh, it looks dirty," looks stained because it's yellow, right? But I like it. I like it. It's me. It's something that I enjoy. But I do like being, I do also like my coats. I do also like my hats. I do like feeling put together, and I have a pride with that. And so I want to go to a mall, but like that stuff's expensive. Food is expensive. If I feel like if I started caring entirely about my finances to like actually try and get me somewhere tangible, get me somewhere get me to a place that like means something in a large sense, I don't even know if I would care. And I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think that's all I really have to talk about this week. I don't feel like I'll be saying anything else for the rest of the show, so I guess I'll just cut it here. I hope you guys had a good week. Wake up on time. Wake up on time. It does help. That's not what I talked about this week, but do it. I might talk about it that next week. It helps out a lot. Oh, look, I went flying. Have a good one, guys.